Yeah, hi everyone. Look, I just wanted to quickly show you what my expectations are around grading and providing feedback that align to the tutor grading and feedback guidelines that I've shared. Now, once a student has submitted their assignment, you go into Canvas, you go to grades, you locate that assignment, and then you get into SpeedGrader. Once you get into SpeedGrader, you enter here. Now, I'm using an example, I'm using the test student, just for confidentiality. Basically, in terms of this example, it's a video, the first assignment, elevator pitch. So here, towards the left, you'll see that the students submitted their video and you can open that up and have a look at it. You'll then need to probably have a couple of screens open. You need to make sure you've got access to the rubric. So here's the rubric here. And as you can see, I have used this as an example to grade the pretend student, the test student here. I click here for the particular ratings that I'm giving for this particular criteria. And then the number will come up here and I can actually adjust that between 12 to 10, and depending on, say, for example, you're here, you can adjust that between 14 and 12, etc. So all I'm expecting is that this little points box here is filled in. You also have the opportunity to write comments. This is optional. For me, the rubric is actually a form of feedback. So if you want to give feedback per criteria, that's optional. It's not something that I'm expecting. Once you've done that for each criteria, you've selected your area that you believe the assignment aligns to in terms of the rating, and you've made sure that you've got let's say, for example, I want to put 20 here, and you make sure that you're within your ratings there and that you've done that for each criteria. Then my expectation is that you would save that, and then you would also need to come down here and actually write your feedback. So in the guidelines that I've shared, I have given an example of the feedback. So what this will look like, for example, is pretty much positive and as well as an actionable improvement area as well. And I've given instructions in the guidelines around that. So feedback should look something like this. I would expect no more than 4 sentences, so a short paragraph, emphasizing that the rubric also is offering feedback. Now, I expect that would then be submitted, and therefore this test student has now received their rubric and their comments, and if they have a late penalty, that's automatically adjusted in the grading system. So for me, it's about clarity around feedback, making sure we're consistent in terms of all students in our cohort receiving the same amount of feedback, the same level of feedback, and that we're marking the rubrics consistently across each assessment, and that we're not going too diverse in terms of how we're providing feedback and grading for our students. So I just hope that this little video can help you in terms of what my expectations are, and just clarity around that we're making sure that we're treating every student similarly when it comes to feedback and grading. Thank you very much.